Hello, this is Kikoto Mani from Team Get Wreck Robotics, as well as a member of Team WPI. It is my event report for the NHRL January Newbots event. Before we talk about the fights, I'd like to explain what exactly was my entry into this event. The brand new bot that I'll be entering into this competition would actually be 2 robots. For those who don't know, in the sport of robot combat, you aren't limited to just one robot. Your entry can actually have as many bots as you want as long as together they stay within the weight limit. Furthermore, NHRL specifically is unique in that they actually offer a 1 pound bonus to beetleweight multi-bots. Meaning, if you have multiple bots, then together they can weigh up to 4 pounds in total. In my case, I'll be making a multi-bot consisting of 2 2-pound robots, and they would be called the Power of Friendship. For weapons, the Power of Friendship would each feature a brushless drill on an articulating arm. Usually drill weapons don't work very well in the sport of robot combat, but I was cautiously optimistic that I could do some damage with them if they managed to hit the opponent in just the right spot. Now you may be wondering, I may be driving one of the bots, but who will be driving the other one? Well, that'll be none other than my good friend, Brian Boxall, who's famous for his championship-winning beetleweight Eruption, as well as other amazing bots such as Caldera and the heavyweight Fireball. Brian has also been a massive part of Team WPI's 30-pound bot Waddles, and has personally driven that bot to victory multiple times. Brian is easily one of the best drivers in the sport right now, so it's obvious that he would be the perfect person to partner with. With all that out of the way, let's get into the fights. The first qualifying fight for the Power of Friendship will be against a vertical spinner named Plastic Love. Plastic Love was based on a Peterbar kit, but apparently it also featured some special autonomous technology to allow it to drive better and self-correct. Our main strategy for this fight would be to avoid going head-on with the weapon and go to the sides to attack those exposed drive belts. Let's see how the Power of Friendship does in its first ever fight.
5, 4,
all right.
3.
So here we go. This fight is about to start.
Fight, robots, fight.
We have the Power of Friendship versus Plastic Love.
Such positivity in this cage.
Oh, wow, look at the Power of Friendship.
It's working.
This is such a great attack.
I'm seeing sparks.
Joey Gannon is the builder of Plastic Love. It is a beautiful 3-pound offering, a take on a Peterbar kit. You're going to see a lot of those today. But yeah, Plastic Love, they got right underneath it, and they're already going down on top of it, and it is not moving. Did they kill it with the Power of Friendship? They
Plastic Love.
it's back up, it's moving. Good job, Plastic Love. Oh no, something is drastically wrong with that Power of Friendship member right there. Not sure who's driving that.
It might be able to chicken head it back onto its feet.
Wow, that's crazy. So is that armor package all flexible? Like, I noticed that there's hinges on the wedgelets, but does the whole thing flex?
Compliance across the main drive axle.
It's not a bad idea as long as you can get out of it, and it looks like they're able to get out of it with those arms.
And it helps when you have a little friend on your side too.
It's so helpful to have a little friend. So, yeah, looks like the Power of Friendship is going to be pulling out a win here. There was an unstick for Plastic Love. Plastic Love is now moving, but they're having some traction issues, it looks like. Or drive side issues on that right side of the bot.
Power of Friendship looking to take advantage with some heavy pecking.
Yeah, they're not really able to get under enough to get those drill bits engaged right now.
I think one of them lost its drill bit as well.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. There he is, heavy pecking. This bot does scream Kokoto a little bit more than Brian. But I love this combination of builders. 2 very different philosophies when they get into the box, but they are good friends, so this makes sense.
And they got a victory, it looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, the mobility issue on Plastic Love is going to be hard to overcome.
Ooh, there we go. We got some big movement there. Maybe they were high-centered on something. But now they're moving great. Woo! Wow, nice hit from Plastic Love. End-over-end flip on one half of the Power of Friendship. Vicious attacks here. Listen, if we're going by judges' decision points or the score points, I think the Power of Friendship, they're scoring a lot here.
They're able to get their little drill bits in the wheel wells where the belts are for that plastic glove, through the gaps in the carbon fiber on top. They're doing it as far as an overhead drill multi-bot does.
Oh my God.
Battery.
Well, that was a very interesting fight. Plastic Glove got a good hit on me at the start of the fight, but I was able to quickly recover, and both Brian and I were able to get to each of Plastic Glove's sides and prevent him from moving. We both got some great attacks in, and overall, it was a great start to the fight. Unfortunately, disaster striked when Plastic Glove then hit me in such a way as to break the mounting for one of the TPU sides, and my bot gets momentarily stuck. Fortunately, I'm able to self-right, but I noticed that now the battery is hanging out in the front of the bot, meaning I need to be more careful to avoid getting it unplugged or damaged. To make matters worse, the drill bit on my bot seems to have fallen off. Despite this, Plastic Glove seems to be having major drive issues, which gives both me and Brian several opportunities to take advantage and control the fight. Brian's bot does get flipped over, but eventually he's able to self-right, and we get some more attacks in before time runs out. It goes to the judges, and the Power of Friendship gets the victory. As for damage, the bot Brian was driving was completely fine. However, my bot took heavy damage to its left TPU side fork, and it had some massive gashes taken out of it. Fortunately, I had some extra TPU that I could use to fix it by using a soldering iron to melt that extra TPU in to fill in the gashes on the fork. My friend Adam, who was there as a part of my pit crew for the team, also helped in melting the TPU into place. After that, all I needed to do was replace the drill bit, and both bots were ready to go. Also, my friend Connor gave us some bigger googly eyes to put on the bot, so that was nice. The next qualifying fight for the Power of Friendship will be against another WPI club member, Ryan, and his bot named Yeeter. Yeeter comes from Chaotic Robotics and is a very well-built front hinge flipper. We were not confident we could do a lot of damage to Yeeter, so this fight would come down to who could be the more controlled and aggressive. Let's see how that fight went.
Oh no. This thing is not driving very well.
Yeah! Oh, it's drilling. Oh, it's gone. He's stuck in the cowboy hat.
Oh. This thing does not drive well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, release. Oh, I stuck on the... Can you show motion?
Go for
I
nuts.
can get the Brett. Yeah, unstick. I'm stuck on something and I don't know what.
Oh, you're stuck on a drill.
This thing does not work very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, almost had it.
This thing is like driving on ice. One, 2, 3.
We're putting him on Brett.
I don't know what I'm stuck on.
Brett.
How does this drive worse than filibuster did?
Probably not traction. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
That went horribly.
We need
That went bad.
We need that.
And with that, the Power of Friendship gets another judge's decision win. Honestly, not too much to talk about from this fight. Both Yeeter and the Power of Friendship had trouble driving due to lack of traction on the floor. In addition to this, while it's hard to see in the video, the drill bits for both of the bots came out once again. Despite this setback, both Brian and I were able to be more controlled and get enough decent attacks in on Yeeter to allow us to get the victory, and with that we end the qualifying round at 2-0. Even though neither of the bots took any real damage, there would still be work to do if we wanted them at 100% for their next fight. For starters, I replaced the drill bits on both bots, and this time I used Loctite on the chucks that attached them to the motors. This would prevent them from falling out again. Also, Adam, who I mentioned earlier, did an amazing job putting latex on the wheels, which would allow the bots to get better traction in the arena and drive better. Because the Power of Friendship went 2-0 in the preliminary rounds, it meant we automatically qualified for the single elimination bracket. We also managed to seed highly enough to get a bye right into the round 32. Our first fight in the main tournament would be against a very destructive horizontal spinner named Misdirected Aggression, who recently had just been tearing bots apart in local competitions. Fortunately, a few days before the event, I created anti-horizontal configurations for both of the bots. Both friendship bots will be going into this fight with titanium wedges to try and absorb the hits. However, both Brian and I knew how important it would be to keep our front point towards the opponent at all times, since one good hit to anything besides the wedges could end the fight then and there. This will be our toughest match yet. Let's see how it goes.
Brett safe. Brett safe. Oh.
Did you drill his battery? I was right. Drills do work. I killed him. Holy crap!
It's a big fire.
Okay, Kokoto Mane has won yet another fight with the power of friendship. Fantastic!
I really like the look of these bots.
Wow.
Is the weapon like a nail on a stick?
I think that it's a drill.
A drill.
Yes.
And it looks like they drilled a lipo here.
Successfully drilling through, and all of the magic smoke is leaking out of Misdirected Aggression. Kokoto Mane came up upstairs. I saw him in the pits, and he said, I can't believe it, but I've won my first 2 matches. Make it 3 now, Kokoto. Fantastic.
What a fight. That was incredibly kinetic over there. Robots were bouncing around. Next thing I know, there's smoke everywhere.
That may just be one of the greatest fights of my entire career. But let's start back at the beginning. Brian was actually brave enough to attack first and initially did a great job using the wedge to absorb hits from Misdirected Aggression. Unfortunately, one stray hit from the horizontal spinner caught one of the edges of the wedge and completely ripped it off. This hit also temporarily put Brian's bot out of commission, as he now needs time to try himself right. This means it's all up to me at the moment, and I need to deal with misdirected aggression quickly. One massive hit actually punches a hole right through the titanium wedge, which is incredible since I've used that wedge against other horizontal spinners and that has never happened before. Amazingly, my bot survives this hit, and without any real plan of attack, I just drive directly at misdirected aggression. I managed to get him pinned against the wall, and without thinking, I just bring down the drill before he could get away. And to my amazement, the drill goes all the way through the panel and hits the battery, which immediately causes smoke to erupt from misdirected aggression, ending the fight in a spectacular KO victory for the power of friendship. I cannot stress enough how proud I was at this moment. Pretty much anyone who builds an overhead weapon dreams of sniping a battery, and the fact that I was able to do it with a drill, a weapon type most people wouldn't consider viable, just makes it all so much more validating, especially since it was against such a scary robot. This will definitely go down as one of the best fights I've ever been a part of. With that win, the power of friendship is now 3-0, and would move on to the round of 16, the face-off against a nasty vertical spinner named Catalyst, built by Corey Nason. If that name sounds familiar, it's because Corey is the same guy who built Synthesis, a bot famous for destroying multibots, and Catalyst was designed to be an even more destructive version of Synthesis, so needless to say, this would be a very difficult fight. For this match, we would be switching back to our 4 configurations to try and get underneath Catalyst and prevent him from hitting us. Unfortunately, before the fight, we ran into receiver issues with Brian's bot, and so for this fight, he wouldn't be able to use the drill or the weapon arm. However, Brian was still an amazing driver, and so the plan was that he could try to pin Catalyst, and I could focus on using my drill to do the damage. Let's see if the power of friendship can defeat one of the best builders in the sport.
Friendship
Big hit.
and Catalyst. The power of friendship has been so dominant today. Kokoto Mane and Brian Boxall, their robot is just imbued with a magic that comes from good friends. And here they are pinning Catalyst, built by Corey Nason.
These are two well-balanced, experienced builders just giving it to each other. Catalyst looking for the opening.
Yeah, Corey, you know, he loves friendship and all, but he also loves winning. And he wants to destroy every single plastic part of that robot.
Oh, can we get some motion out of power of friendship?
I'm seeing maybe the magical run that the power of friendship has had today may be coming to an end. Not seeing a little twitch. Oh!
Come on.
Any life left in that robot, I think Brad just snuffed out.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that is your match.
Wow, that was something else.
And just like that, the power of friendship's run comes to an end. This was always going to be a tough fight, and you could see why, as Catalyst immediately launched my bot into the air with a massive hit, and then proceeded to rip off one of the entire TPU side forks. However, Brian starts off way better than I do, and manages to get underneath Catalyst and pin it to the wall. I try to come over there to get some attacks in, but unfortunately, I'm unable to get there in time before Brian has to release the pin. Immediately after this, Catalyst hits my bot again, which rips out the battery and kills it instantly. With my bot dead, it's all up to Brian, and while he tries his best to outdrive Catalyst, he gets momentarily stuck on the side fork of my bot, which opens him up for an attack from behind. After that, Catalyst gets in 2 more large hits that ultimately end up knocking out Brian's bot as well. With neither bot able to move, the power of friendship is counted out and eliminated from the tournament in the round of 16. Before we move on, here's an interview I had at the event after the fight.
Yeah, everybody, I am here with Kokoto Mane, one of the best, most enthusiastic, good vibes builders up here in the pits.
Thank you.
Running the multi-bot here today, the power of friendship. Now, this robot went incredibly deep today. What was your ending record, Kokoto?
The robot went 3-1 and ended up in the round of 16.
Now, Kokoto, I managed to call one of your fights where you sparked a lipo fire that was very exciting, and that's really the design of this robot, right? Like, tell us a little bit more about the power of friendship.
Oh, glad you asked. So, of course, with the multi-bot bonus, instead of having one free pound bot, you can add an extra pound. So instead of one free pound bot, I have two pound robots. And I thought, what if I gave them both something to attack from above? And I thought about different ideas, and what's something that people haven't done a lot? A drill. Because I like doing things that are kind of different. I was kind of iffy on if the drills would work, but it just seemed like a cool concept, and it just seemed like a fun thing to do. And being honest here, I was only like 10% sure it'd actually work. I did not believe that they do this kind of damage. I was so shocked, like everyone else, when I caused that lipo fire. Easily one of the proudest moments of my entire career. That was just insane.
Now, Kokoto, I have to ask you a final question. Tell me a little bit more about your design and build ethos. You've built Serial Killer, you've built really cool robots, but they all seem to have kind of like the same theme, like the same idea. Can you talk to us about that?
I'm glad you asked. So for one, I kind of like weapons that come from overhead, whether it's be the cereal box of Serial Killer, the overhead flamethrower, Kill with Fire, or the drills of the power of friendship. I like robots with arms. It gives them, just some extra degree of freedom. I like that personality. I'm not that into spinners personally. And in general, I kind of like just making different stuff. And like the power of friendship is a good example of that. Just two cute control bots with googly eyes. They don't look very threatening at first, but they can do some damage apparently. And they surprise even me.
Amazing. I can't wait to see you again here, Kokoto, in the competition. Back down to you on the desk.
Thank you.
Overall, this has been one of the best showings I've ever had. Something I feel that everyone needs to know about me is that being competitive is never what's most important to me. While the bots I build are capable of winning fights, the main focus is always to have fun and make something that's unique and entertaining for the fans to watch. The same applies to the power of friendship, which was originally intended to just be something to mess around with that probably wouldn't make it that far. This is why I was so amazed that the bots managed to go 3-1, with their only loss being in the top 16 against a top tier builder. Needless to say, I'm so proud of them for exceeding my expectations and unintentionally becoming one of the most successful bots I've ever built. But of course, way more importantly to me is the amazing fan reception the bots have gotten. From memes to fan art to millions of views on social media, the amount of love the bots have been getting has been nothing short of incredible, and that will always matter more to me than winning. I fully intend on bringing back the power of friendship better than ever. As always, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you all for all the love and support, and have a wonderful day.